Welcome to my channel, Private Idaho. I'm checking out the new Microsoft Flight Simulator. It just came out on the Xbox, and I'm going to try it out on the Xbox Series S because that's the one I got. This is just going to be kind of a rambly video. I'm going to talk a little bit about like where I grew up and fly around where I live and just have fun with it and give a first impression. Hope you don't mind it. Hope you enjoy it. And if you do, please hit like and subscribe. That being said, let's play. Well, here I am. Just decided I was going to check out Microsoft Flight Simulator. Just came out for Xbox. I'm playing this on the Xbox Series S, and I just did a quick little test, and I really liked it. And I figured I'd do a first impression slash kind of just talking a little bit, which I almost don't ever do about myself in my videos. And I figured I'd fly around the town where I live and maybe show you where I grew up a little bit and just see how it goes here. So it's an experiment. And maybe this video will get 2 views and everybody will hate it. Maybe it'll be fun for everybody who's been subscribing or sees this in the future. So we're going to plan this out, and I already have one planned out. This looks neat. I have not played a straight-up flight simulator in a very long time, and I'm sure it looks so much better on a PC or a Series X, but this looks fun so far. So I'm revealing things about myself here. I live, first of all, in the United States, and I am... Oh, what the hell did I do there? I'm still figuring out these controls, so let's go. I'm in Wisconsin, so I live in Madison. It is a beautiful capital city. It's got lakes all around it. They're beautiful views. I'm very lucky to live here, so I think it's really neat that I am going to fly around it, and I know the airport. I know every street. It's kind of cool. And where we're going to do, just for a flight path, I don't know, I might skip out actually flying here. We are going to go to southern Wisconsin, where I grew up, which is near the village of Clinton. But I grew up out in a house out in the middle of the woods, actually in a manor house next to another manor house where Gary Gygax, who invented Dungeons and Dragons, lived. So it's just kind of neat to see it, and I figured that'd be worth flying down there for. So that being said, I guess let's just fly. I'm not putting on any extra controls. Everything is set to easy here. You can see the controls that we have there. It feels pretty nice. It kind of feels like flying Grand Theft Auto, but you know, a little more simulation. And yeah, it's cool. I'm impressed so far. It is satellite imagery, so you actually see all the places kind of in real time. I don't know if I could turn weather on and or off. It's partly cloudy outside right now, but I think they're doing sunny for us. Yeah. It's crazy. I know this airport. Oh, we have an autopilot with us in case we get into trouble. That's so cool. All right, I think we are ready to fly. So, I'll tell you one thing. I've looked around. I can't figure out how to kind of invert the inside controls here, where we're looking around in the cockpit. But truthfully, we're not going to be in here too often. We'll do a couple views out the window, I think. But I have like a total of 5 minutes playing this. I just tried it and then turned it all on. So don't let anyone think I'm an expert. Like, I don't even understand how to get up to those controls at the top there. But we're going to give her some... Oh, turn the parking brake off. We're going to go in this view for a moment. Switch in and out. And I already turned down the engine sounds a little bit, but that's basically all we're going to have to deal with here. And then, yeah, slightly start pulling up, huh? Here, let's... Oh. It's different when you can't see. Oh, I'm using my real instruments here in the front then if you're doing this. Okay, well, that's cool. And it looks really, really neat. I mean... Obviously, looking around the cockpit, it's very, very cool. So, I'm going to be a little herky-jerky here and there, but I think we'll be okay. So, let's get up some altitude here. And we're heading straight into Madison, into the heart of it. You got it. 10-4.
Madison Tower, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra, continue for south departure.
Yeah, I'm just doing everything wrong. I'm already getting out of my lines here and all that. All right. So, for people who don't know the area here, Madison, Wisconsin is known as the Isthmus, or the Isthmus, if you lisp this. It's a small little strip between two lakes here, Lake Monona and Lake Mendota. And on one side of it is the university, and the Capitol building for the state is right in the middle. So I can start to see it there. It's just right over my right wing, right in that strip there. But what a beautiful place to live. There's biking trails everywhere. I can only imagine this can look so much better. Also, I'm playing through an HD 60 Elgato capture card, so this game could look better. So if you're thinking about installing it or picking it up, and I call it a game, it's a simulation. But I just love it. It's so cool looking around. Maybe boring for other people, but it's given it a test of the game, so we're gonna do it. I've driven cab before in this town, and just lived here 15 going on 20 years between there, and I think it's one of the best places in the country. We have our winters, but obviously there's lots of things to do in winter if you like that up here. I'm going to do a Madison commercial here while we're doing this. I might say some things that are right or wrong, but that's okay. What's so funny though, this is East Washington there. That's the main strip that comes into town. They've been renovating and making it beautiful because it goes all the way back to the interstate. There we go. Now, downtown is just this small little stretch there. You can almost start seeing the buildings. I'm going to come in and approach it a different way because I want to show us. There's Monona, the town or city. So we have Frank Lloyd Wright built the Monona Terrace here in town. And that's what we get the view of. All the fancy postcards and everything that are coming into Madison are coming in right from this spot. By the way, down below to my right directly is hippie neighborhood. That's Williamson Street and all that. It's been gentrified quite a bit. It's getting more and more expensive to live there, but that used to be, let's say, the complete hippie neighborhood. So, and right in front of us, right below us there is the terrace. And just bike trails along the lake and everything. And there's our Capitol. Pretty cool. I love it. I think this is neat, guys. Let's see if I can get this together. Can I tip? There we go. Can I tip? Fun. All right. And then, since we're still doing the tour here, we're starting to work into the university and the terrace and all that stuff, and there's Picnic Point out there that people go to. And where is, I'm trying to see, there's Camp Randall Stadium, home of the Wisconsin Badgers football. I'm going to be missing so many things because I'm kind of, I don't know how to play this yet. I'm just floating around. That's cool. I can literally hear the crowds cheer. Anybody who lives within, a mile or whatever it is. There we go. Oh, they even got the Wisconsin on there. That's so funny. Guys, this is great. So we're going to float on back here. What we have over here is the beautiful neighborhoods and stuff, but, oh, let's go. Come on. Pulling it too hard. Forget I'm actually trying to fly here. This is the Arboretum and hospitals over here that come out from the Capitol. That's West Washington. And it's so fun how many trees there are. Like, when you're down below, it's like, I know we have some trees, and I live right around here between two hospitals, so I'm not going to tell you specifically where, but beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's see here. I'm going to try to make this turn here. So I take a lot of my photos from that shoreline right below us. I'm a photographer also. I'll put up a link to that maybe inside for once. Oh, there we go. Oh my God. Oh, losing my controls here. So let's start making our way south. So I grew up in southern Wisconsin. And I just want to get another view here. There's Madison. So I'm not too far from where I actually grew up and everything. But yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful Madison. There's so many places here I could be talking about. We're just going to fly by and take a look here. So anybody who picks this thing up, you have to find an airport near you. And you need to just fly around your place, find out places you used to know. I'm gonna be playing with this on my off time wherever I can. I moved around. I went to like 5 different high schools growing up. Like stayed in one place kindergarten through 9th grade, which is where we're going. But then I lived in Tennessee. I was born in Nashville, but mostly grew up here. And my twin brother and I, and our mom, she met our dad, and we were adopted. And his name was Duke Seifried, and he was a war game designer, rules designer, sculptor, miniature painter. And we were just little kids. We were just going into kindergarten age, but remember everything. We got to meet him, and he was just a neat guy. He's a musician, all these great things. And we moved in. So he asked if we wanted to move in and for him to be our dad, and we said yes. And he took us out here on this drive to this place out in the middle of the woods. And you go, and then you have to come down into this neighborhood and snake through. And then at the time, there was a dirt driveway, and nothing else. And you just went back to it, and it was this big dirt driveway circle that there were only 2 houses back there. And one of them was Duke's place, and it was awesome. I grew up so lucky. I had marble foyer, 5.5 bathrooms, had a huge game room, huge gaming table, closets full of painted miniatures, and a basement where I sculpted and designed everything. It was a toyland to grow up as a kid, and it's just hard to explain to people what it was like. And then next door to us, and I didn't really get to meet him much, what was Gary Gygax. And Dungeons & Dragons and Gary Gygax started in Lake Geneva. It's in southern Wisconsin to the east of where we ended up here. So this was not where it was invented, but I think it's a house where Gary Gygax bought a place, big place with big white pillars in front, big wrought iron fence, property, a barn, all that. Growing up, he eventually moved out, and some other people moved in there, neighbors that I went to school with, and we were neighborhood friends, so I got to go through the house and see what it was like and all that. I might have met him. I just can't remember because I was pretty young. I met a bunch of people at the time in the industry and who are still in the industry back in the day. Duke would have war game weekends, and he'd have just everybody you can think of out to the house. Wonder, is that 33 nautical miles we still have to go? We're definitely going to have to speed this up then, aren't we? Okay, well, Madison is back there behind us still, floating back. We're getting some distance between us. The other thing about southern Wisconsin is it is very, very flat. The glaciers came through and just cut everything up, just stripped it away, but all the soil is just wonderful and black and earthy. Every time I've traveled and come home, I always notice the smell of the soil. It's a weird thing, but I really, really love Wisconsin in so many ways. So I have lots of stories, and I hope as the channel grows and as I find my way through it, that I can get better at doing this and be able to bring you guys interesting content and stories that I know are out there. But it's just trying to incorporate things, and it's because nothing is a brag or like, oh, I grew up this way or I grew up that way. I've had some hard times in my life at times too, so it's I'm not trying to like bring all that up either. So it's fun how you have to try to find your persona when you're creating like a YouTube channel, which my YouTube channel is Private Idaho, and my name is Dan. I've said it once or twice. I don't know if anybody's kept track, but Dan or Daniel, that's me. You know, you got to be careful about how much information you give out to everyone, but I also am happy to share with everybody. And I mean, what's the point? That's what we're here to do, right? So, all right. So I sped us up a little bit here and kind of jumped because surprisingly, southern Wisconsin is very flat and boring in a lot of places. But I'll tell you this, just wait till you see northern Illinois or go through all of it, most of it. It is some flat stuff too. There's always exceptions though, like in Wisconsin we have the Dells, which are north of Madison, which are just beautiful rock formations and everything. But we are coming up on where I want to show you here, or, you know, do whatever I do here. this is, they're calling that Turtle there, Turtle Township, but I think it's just Turtle Airport. I don't know what they're calling it, but I think this is Highway P. I could be wrong, but we're heading to find Fox Hollow now. And let's back off the fuel a little bit here. We can reduce that engine back. See if we can figure this out. I think this is where we want to be here. Now, off to this, in the distance here, is going to be the village of Clinton. And let's see. Am I getting my stuff straight or not? Wait. No, I'll find it here. They do it so well. There's the creek. That's got to be Turtle Creek, right? Let's see. I had it. I checked this out before and I found it. And that's why I was coming back. It's got to be right here. This is the cornfield. Oh my God, guys. So this is where I grew up. In the batch of trees right below us now, I used to make little wood forts and go adventuring through these cornfields. And see, there's that little creek up the way there. So this was like my backyard, and where I lived is literally right there at the tip of my wing. Hold on. Here. Well, we're going to keep circling a little bit. Figure this out. So it's just a normal highway here. A country road, and then there's the slip into Fox Hollow is considered on our left there. Now there were neighborhoods. It has expanded. Look at all these houses. But this circle in the back here, this was our circle, and that furthest house right there was our house. All these others on the right that are right in front of me all got built up. Those were all the woods I played in. None of those houses were there. Just that one right there, which doesn't look anything like the house. Ours was a big flat roof, French manor house. Just fun. But now to our left, that first one there, now that is where Gary Gygax lived. And that other, he had a barn and other property back behind. So at the time, though, we were the only two houses in the very back, and all these others were just considered the rest of the neighborhood. But I grew up just traveling through all these woods and running around, doing LARPing before LARPing was cool. As little kids, making all the stupid toys and like running around with like flails and maces and wooden swords from the Renaissance Fair with foam on them. Just good times. So I believe, let's see if I can stop crashing here. Now, Southern Wisconsin Regional Airport, we got Janesville there. That's where my dad ended up moving from this house and lived there for years before he passed away a few years ago. And I feel like I've had a very good tour here. There's Clinton. I figured maybe we'll finish with this. So every day, waking up as a little kid, we had to get on the bus. And our bus, it was only, I think it was 5 miles to get into Clinton. I can't remember. It was close. We were between Clinton and Beloit. And, but when we got on our way home every day, it would take an hour of a bus ride. So we would end up getting off early and walking some of these back roads. But Clinton is a village. So I grew up with less than 100 people in my entire class. All right, we're coming up on the metropolis that is Clinton. But I used to ride my bicycle between these, on all these country roads here. To go back there to Turtle there, I also lived there. I lived like, man, I can't even imagine how many different places. I moved to Georgia, I've lived in Tennessee, I've lived in a bunch of different towns growing up. Long story. Will just suffice to say, like, I have a lot of experiences in different places. But here we go. Now, my bus would come in along that road there, and then would hit some railroad tracks. And this is it. This is just Clinton, huh? It's expanded quite a bit since I was there, which was decades ago. Let's say I'm not young. I don't know if you can see all the white in my beard here, but that's awesome. I think they put in a new high school. I think that's what we're seeing down the way here. I didn't get that. That wasn't my high school. Nope. Our stuff was right here. That's hilarious. Our football field and our high school just beyond that. Oh, this is hilarious. I just love it, guys. I've just been rambling. We'll see how this gets cut up or not. I don't know what else to say. Other than, obviously, I like the game. I'm just being nostalgic and talking about all types of things. And I think anybody who picks this up is going to do the same. You're going to go fly around where you can, go everywhere you've grown up or lived or that you remember. And now I'm going to go try to go all of these famous places and check them out. I just love it. But I think that's it for now, and we'll see you next time. Well, I had a good time with the game. Whatever that was, I'm just rambling, all that sort of stuff. But I thought the game itself is fun. I really enjoy simulations. I really enjoy flight simulators, and the fact that like it has all of the satellite imagery and everything going just makes it amazing to me. As always, if you enjoy the videos I'm creating, please hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you for the next one.